Right, so tonight we're joined by the senior men's at Ringwood City, and we're going to ask a few questions about them and the club as well. So the first question, guys, can you just introduce yourself? So starting off with Hayden.
All right, so I'm Hayden. My position, centre back or right back. If I have to, I'll go left back. Been trying to get into striker the last 3 or 4 years, but unfortunately they say I can't finish, so I'll stay down back for now. And yeah, I've been at the club for 10 years.
Awesome. And Paul?
Yeah, I'm Paul. I play out fullback or centre mid, and this is my 15th year at Ringwood.
Okay, cool. Richard?
Obviously, I'm Richard. I'm a fullback as well. Believe it or not, we have a lot of those. And it's actually only my second year back at the club since I played juniors.
Yep. And Ben?
Yeah, I'm Ben, play through midfield and defence usually, and this will be my 7th year at the club now.
Cool. So next question is, what's one thing that stood out for you in your time at the club so far, or why you came back? Starting off with Ben.
Yeah, well, in all honesty, the first thing that drew me to the club was they were local to me at the time, studying VC, and probably had some of the best facilities going around. So we've got a nice synthetic pitch down at Jubilee Park. But the thing that kept me at the club has been sort of a really solid core group of players throughout the last few years. So I've stayed on through 18s now into seniors, and really enjoying my time.
Awesome. And Ben, not Ben, Hayden?
Yeah, I guess the first thing that brought me down to the club was just that the guys from school. So I came in under 16s, and we had a pretty core group of guys from school who sort of got me in. And then the thing that sort of kept me going is just the people around the club. So I think we've always had a really good supporter base in terms of guys on the board, presidents, and just like in terms of coaching. I don't think I can say I've had a bad coach this whole time I've been at Ringwood. I think I've enjoyed all the coaches that have come through, going through from juniors, through reserves and then up into the senior squad. We've always had a good bunch and a good support group. So
that's brilliant to hear. Paul?
Yep. When I joined in under 8, it was just mainly because it was my local team, just down the road pretty much. But I've stayed for many reasons, but mainly one of the big reason is that the professionalism of the club, the ambition of the club as well, the facilities, that really helps as well. Love playing on Jubilee. Just the boys. Good group of boys, always have been. So, yeah.
That's great to hear. And Richard?
It's pretty much touching on everything that has been said already. But, the community in general of the club I think is amazing. And I think just about anyone could go down there and have a kick and feel like they're a part of the team already. And playing juniors, I actually played with Paul since under 12s, and it was definitely like just the blokes that I used to play with that made me want to come back, and I wouldn't look back now.
It's fantastic to hear all that. Speaking of all that, what's a memorable moment at the club so far? Starting off with Paul.
Probably the memorable moment for the club for me would probably be our 2018 season in the reserves. We went through pretty much the whole year with just one loss, and just the culture around the club then, like just around our team, was great. And we just had a really good season, and it was good to get the championship. So yeah.
Right. And Richard?
Honestly, I think for me personally was probably just the first game back last season. It was the first time I put my boots back on for 4 years, and just the atmosphere from the first game on was awesome. It just led to a good year. Even though we didn't have as much success as we would have liked, I still thought that everyone that played that year got a heap out of it, and keen to take it into this year.
That's great. And Ben?
Yeah, I'll probably jump onto Paul's one as well. That year in the Rezzies was pretty formative. I think we had a really good group of players there, and we stayed undefeated at home, which was pretty big for us. So we're trying to take that form into the seniors now, and we've got a lot of those players who have come through. So see what we can do this year.
Yeah. Hayden?
Other than maybe herding the cows off down at Manson while our ground was being done up. I think probably the most memorable part has been definitely one of the guys that used to be a coach down at the club, Trevor Phillips.
Mhm.
Him being around, even when he was going through all he was going through, it was just great to be around the club at that time. I think that's the most memorable bit was he ended up passing away, and just seeing the support that the club gave to his family and everyone around it. I think that's one of the most memorable things about the place.
Yeah, fantastic. So looking at the next set of questions, just fun questions, just to wrap the night up. So out of the four of you, who's the worst FIFA player?
Ooh. I reckon I'd almost have it, to be honest. We haven't played much FIFA.
Beefy hasn't had FIFA since like FIFA 16, so I'm going to go him.
Plus, I only play pro club. I play pro club so I can I can get live out my striking ability. So in terms of being able to hold team, I'm not that great. So I think I almost put myself up for that one.
Fair enough. Best free kick taker on the team out of the four of you.
I'll put myself up again. Richie's got some significant skill when it comes to free kicks. Tell us your whole routine, Richie.
Go on.
No, mate, I'm yet to convert.
We're still keen to hear it.
Richie likes to think he's good. I'm going to go with Penny.
Can't even remember the last time I took one, mate.
Not taking one's better than blasting over the bar every time.
Yeah, it's 100% at this stage.
Benny's first week back, Ben, you're up, mate. First free kick.
All right, I'll do it.
We'll do a follow-up on this. We'll see.
Sounds good.
Worst taste in music out of the four of you?
Oh, I reckon I got a lot of flack last season, and I actually had to hand over the reins to the aux court. So
about that.
I think there's only really one answer to that question.
Yeah, Rich.
What was the last song that you played, Rich?
Oh, mate, you put me on the spot there. I have no idea.
Probably some like classic Aussie.
Classic Aussie.
That's sort of your taste, isn't it?
I don't have a taste. I think that's half the issue.
It's significantly improved since some of the other boys have taken over. Shout out to Clarence and Jojo.
Yeah, legends.
Who have taken over.
Out of the four of you, the most reliable penalty taker?
I'd back Paul to take a penalty any day.
I'll go Beef.
Thanks.
Hey, don't put me on pens. Don't put me on pens.
I'd like to think
I'll back Beefy. Yeah. We can do that in the round two interview as well. See if I've actually scored a free kick, and we'll let Beefy know how he goes with the penalty.
To be honest, I think we've got a few boys we're going to have to fight off before we get to it. So
yeah, that's it.
I think there's a few guys up front that think they're all right. Clarence definitely. You'd have to fight him off it, I think. So I'll happily take one if it comes away. But I think we've got to do some significant fighting before any of four of us get to step up and do it.
Fair enough. Well, the next question will be an interesting one. So most likely to get sent off out of the four of you?
Richard.
Richard. You really want to? You can search him up on Facebook if you really want to, and you can probably.
There's plenty of footage around.
Or YouTube, you'd be able to find a few red cards on the hand.
Football chaos.
Did you get done on Football Chaos?
Sorry?
Did you get done on Football Chaos, Richie?
Yeah, my first senior year of football at Mooroolbark, I cleaned a bloke up pretty well. And it just happened to be one of the Football Chaos videos, and I got sent off in the 87th minute.
The 87th minute?
Yeah, my nickname has been Red since then, so that says it all, really.
Fair enough.
He lived up the nickname last year as well. Got one.
We don't need to talk about that.
Oh, yeah.
Can he do it again?
Can he do it? Thanks, guys, for your time, and and we'll hopefully catch you guys in the season and see how many bookings Rich has, how many penalties Hayden scored, and how many free kicks Ben's put away. So it'll be interesting.
Thanks,
No
Rob.
worries.
All right.
Thanks,
See you, lads.
Thanks for having us.